Question number 3 is again addressed to all 4 candidates. Would you support a change in the Second Amendment? Why or why not? And we'll start with Will.
So, I get no warm-up. I didn't get to finish my speech, so I'll finish it. Modern tyrants use pen and papers instead of guns and ammunition.
Can you address the Second Amendment?
I will get there right now. Second Amendment supporters should support better weaponry to guard against these tyrants. Vigilant Americans should be rewarded for submitting cost-cutting ideas. The GAO should figure out how much these ideas are worth and pay a reward of 10%. Or if it's a large reward, a capped reward of $5 million. Now our tyrants will respect us a lot more if we have a vehicle to claw back some money that we paid to the government. Second Amendment, I fired on what was called an Army Combat Rifle Team. Used to be a decent marksman. I have a substantial gun collection. I like firing weapons. I haven't fired at people, but you know. So I think the Second Amendment needs to be strengthened so that the government will respect us a lot more as opposed to restraining the Second Amendment. Thank you.
Second Amendment as read. The well-regarded militia being necessary to secure a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. I will always champion for that, and that's I will stand for that and fight for that until I peel my cold, dead fingers off of my guns. I can guarantee that. If anybody hasn't seen me shoot a gun, I challenge you to go to GraniteGrok and see what somebody that comes into my house and thinks they're going to do bodily harm to my wife or my daughter. I can show you what's going to happen to them. It's my right to carry a gun. You want to stop killings in the United States of America? Punish the criminals. Action accountability. As I'm talking, I'm squeezing this microphone. I just want you to know how hot it is right now because you know what? It's something I'm very passionate about. It's been under attack. I just said it a week and a half ago. If it wasn't for Kelly, they'd be coming to take our guns. I will always champion for the Second Amendment rights. You'll never take my guns from me until the day I die. I can guarantee that as God is my witness, my word is my bond, your representative in Congress will champion for the Second Amendment rights. Thank you.
Ouch.
I, too, love and respect the Second Amendment because it protects our First Amendment. If not for that Second Amendment, the Japanese would have invaded the United States in 1941, not just the island of Hawaii, because they said behind every blade of glass is a gun, and we're afraid of that. And that's our protection and our hope for America. I want to not strengthen it, but I want to keep it. There are laws on the books that we need to get rid of, the Brady Bill, the Lautenberg Act, and other acts that restrict our gun rights because of knee-jerk reactions to an incident that happens. The shooting in Colorado. Congress, what did they do? We got to do something now. There's another shooting. They've got to try to limit our gun rights. Wrong. You got to, as Rick said, punish the criminal. It's not the gun that does it. It's the person that does it. Okay? I want to make sure that we have protection because what's coming down the road that the president today is starting to do behind the scenes, we're going to need those guns.
Yes.
And I will fight every step of the way to make sure that everyone has the opportunity to get a gun if they want to without restriction. I was asked one time, actually it was on Channel 9 when I was on there a couple weeks ago on the New Hampshire close-up, would I limit the assault rifles like the AK-47 that was used in Colorado? And I said, no, never. Because the Second Amendment does not qualify what those arms are. It says that we have the right to bear arms and we can have whatever we want those arms to be. So I would never restrict anything that would be for guns. A person can own what they want if they can afford it. The only restrictions I would have would be that if a person committed a felony with a gun, endangered somebody else, or that they may be mentally impaired so that they can't be responsible with a gun. Those are the only restrictions that I would have on owning a gun. Time's up, I gotta go. But Second Amendment is in my heart, and that's where it's gonna stay.
Well, I think we're pretty much all unanimous. The Second Amendment, very near and dear to my heart. As everybody else, I am a gun owner. I believe that the well-armed militia, the militia wasn't the National Guard, as some have tried to say. The militia was the people that, when the nation was under attack, volunteered to go and fight for the country. Regrettable things have happened with guns. Regrettable things have happened with cars. Do you see them trying to take away your cars? You can kill somebody with that. There's a tragedy when the government itself will actually illegally have people sell guns. They know it's wrong. They say, let's do it. And then they won't answer to Congress for what they've done. Everybody in the United States has the right to protect themselves. When, if you have a situation where someone's breaking into your house, you dial 911. There was the young lady who had the gentleman, I use the term loosely, breaking into her house. She was on the phone with the 911 operator. And what did they tell her when she said, I have a gun, they're breaking into my house, I'm trying to protect my child? Do what you have to do. You can't take away, you take away the Second Amendment, then what is it? Now we're not gonna, maybe you can't say what you want to say anymore. Or the next thing is, we don't really like your religion, I think maybe we're gonna just take away that. It's all about your personal freedoms. The Second Amendment is one of them. And if you give that up, what else are you willing to give up? Thank you.
GrokTV.